All right, the Padres, they get the win over the Dodgers 8-1. Another fun night. Last night, big comeback win. Tonight, there was no need to have a big comeback win. Padres, they had the lead first, and they never gave it up. Just one run allowed by the Padres in this game. Dylan Cease has been fantastic in his last 4 outings. I'll get to him here in a second, but just going over the scoring here. Bottom 2, Campy with the RBI single made it 1-0. Kershaw just botches it on the bunt by Bryce Johnson, makes it 2-0 Pods. Arise with the grounder, 3-0 Pods. Profar RBI single, a couple of RBI singles that he's had this year. Today that he had. Ball outside the zone, doesn't matter. He'll take it the other way. Ball up, doesn't matter. And again, someone who was called irrelevant by a Dodger earlier this year is proving that he is anything but irrelevant in the Padres season and in Major League Baseball in general. He will be on the NL MVP ballot. You will see votes for Jurickson Profar. Don't know about number 1 for MVP, but you will see definitely top 10 and maybe even top 5 MVP votes for Jurickson Profar. He freaking deserves it. That made it 4-0. The one run the Dodgers scored was on a double by Gavin Lux. But Manny, what a play he made. It reminded all of us, I think, right in the moment of Derek Jeter and his flip play against the A's. Ball overthrown by the right fielder, misses the cutoff man. Jeter is running behind the cutoff man for the backup, gets it, flips, gets the runner out. That was in the playoffs, not in the regular season. But here, not a great throw, doesn't hit the cutoff man. Manny goes. He was at third base. It's not like he was down the first baseline, but he still had to run over, then makes the flip, gets Ohtani. Ohtani thought he could get in there, and no, not on Manny. So that was amazing. He is put on a defensive clinic. He caught a liner tonight. Defensive clinic the last couple of days against the Dodgers. Bottom 4, Campy with the homer. Made it 5-1. Profar, another RBI single, 6-1. Sac fly by Xander, 7-1. Merrill was so close to hitting another home run tonight, 8-1 on that double, and that was that. Padres, 5 for 13 with runners in scoring position. And what I love about that is the 13. That many opportunities to bring in guys in scoring position. They got the power from Campy, and Merrill almost had the homer there. And the Dodgers, only 1 for 5. Only 5 opportunities with runners in scoring position tonight. So what does that show us? The Padres pitching did great today. Before I get to the Padres pitching, though, because this popped into my head, I was watching some of the Padres postgame show with Mike Pomerantz, Mary Lou's Cook. Mike, love you, but what are you doing? He was talking about Clayton Kershaw and like how it's sad what we're watching. And I'm like, this is the Padres postgame show. I'm not sad watching Clayton Kershaw pitch like this. I'm not sad. We're Padres fans. The Dodgers and Clayton Kershaw have dominated the Padres a lot. And the Padres have had far less talented teams where Kershaw's been able to build up his resume against the Padres. Not saying that he's not a Hall of Fame pitcher. He is. He's great. During his prime, amazing. But he's faced some more talented Padres teams in recent years, and the Padres have been able to get his number a little bit. And tonight was one of those nights. He doesn't even go 4 innings in this game. And so, Mike Pomerantz, I disagree with you about how it's sad what we're seeing from Clayton Kershaw, how it's almost the end. Like, no. I have nothing personally against him, but as a Padres fan, I want every Dodger pitcher to suck. That's just how it is. And Dodgers fans want every Padre pitcher to suck. They want Manny to suck. That's just how it is. It's sports, it's nothing personal against him as a human being. I've seen stuff that he does for charity, and I think he has an event that he does at Dodger Stadium every year to raise money. Like, yeah, it seems like a great guy. This is baseball, So, yeah, I'm happy that Clayton Kershaw didn't go 4 innings tonight. Michael Kopech did look pretty good, but there were some Padres pitchers that looked pretty darn good in their Padre debut. Hoeing and Jason Adam, really good. I mean, Alec Jacob, that guy's not even in the 5 high-leverage relievers, right? Suarez, Estrada, Morejon, Adam, and who is the other guy I'm blanking on? Tanner Scott, who didn't pitch today, but He might pitch. He's probably going to pitch in the Rockies series this weekend at Petco. There's those 5. Then you have Yuki Matsui, who hasn't been terrible this year, and he's a lefty. Then you have Alec Jacob, who went an inning tonight and struck out all 3 guys that he faced. Jason Adam, it took him 6 pitches to get through that inning. And then Brian Hoeing, Brian Hoeing, I'll get that right. 27-year-old, he comes in and he shuts the door. So, yeah, great debuts all around for the Padres tonight with those players. And Dylan Cease continues to be Dylan Cease. I don't know if he's going to get Cy Young votes. Maybe he'll get the top 10 if he finishes the year really strong. Obviously, the rough patches, that hurt him. The home runs that he allowed, because it's been up and down for him this year. But this is the Dylan Cease the Padres acquired. And I'm going to run you through his last 4 starts. July 13th, 6 innings, no earned runs, just 1 hit. Then July 20th, 7 innings, no earned run, just 1 hit. Then July 25th, obviously, his last start before tonight, the no-hitter. And then tonight, 5 2/3, 1 earned run, 3 hits. 3 hits is the most that he's allowed in a single start in the last 4 starts. And he didn't need to go super long today. He probably wishes he could have gone longer, limit those hits, limit the base runners. He walked 3 guys. Like, that's going to hurt in terms of like pitch count and being able to stay in longer, being able to get through 6 innings. But when you have a lead like that and you have a stacked bullpen like this, you have guys that haven't pitched in days because they're just coming to the Padres. You're going to get them out of the game because the Padres got to get to the postseason. Then we need Dylan Cease come postseason time. So totally fine with when they took Dylan Cease out. I love that Padres fans gave him that huge ovation. Very well deserved. That guy has been dominant. Just coming off of, obviously, NL Player of the Week. The velocity's there. The slider's there. The strikeout that he had against Teoscar, I mean, he's so, is unpredictable the right word? Just so dominant. It was 98, way outside the strike zone, and Teoscar just chased at it. Maybe not knowing what was coming. I don't know, but that's how dominant he is. He can start, playing around with some of these hitters. And Teoscar's a good hitter. What did Shohei Ohtani do tonight, by the way? Pretty quiet night from him, I think. Yeah, 0 for 3. 0 for 3 night for him. 0 for 4 night for Will Smith. So pretty irrelevant tonight. 3 punch-outs. Nice night, Will. Yeah. So awesome. I mean, just all around. Arias had a hit. Profar had a couple of hits. Bogey had a hit. Manny had a couple of hits. Merrill had a couple of hits. Almost had a homer. Campy had a homer, had a couple of hits, scored a couple of runs. Even Bryce Johnson got in on the party, got a couple of hits. And then you have Cease pitch well like that, 1 earned run, and then you have Morahone, Jacob, Adam, and Hoeing shut it down. No earned runs, no hits from the bullpen tonight. Superb, and hopefully we see a lot more of that for the rest of the season. This Padres bullpen is probably going to be looked at as the best bullpen in the league at some point this season, as we get through the rest of the regular season, when the experts, those on MLB Network, ESPN, whatever, they watch this Padres team and they watch the bullpen, they look at the numbers, they go over it. You're going to see how great this bullpen is with these guys. Because, again, you're not going to have to be throwing Enyo De Los Santos out there. You're going to get to throw Jason Adam out there maybe in the 6th inning or the 7th inning. You have Tanner Scott, you have Jeremiah Estrada and Robert Suarez and others. You have Alec Jacob. And who is Alec Jacob? Where does he rank on the totem pole, the rankings right now? Right? I mean, it's Suarez. I'll pull up my bullpen usage chart because I like to tweet out the bullpen chart whenever I have the chance before games. And I'm pretty much ranking like my level of trust in relievers. I don't change it before every game. But right now, for me, it's Suarez, Scott, Adam, Estrada, Morahone, Matsui, Jacob, and Hoeing. That could change, but that was going into today, knowing who was going to be available. And so Jacob's second to last on that list, Alec Jacob. And he struck out all 3 guys. And by the way, 2 of those were Will Smith and Shohei Ohtani. Or I don't know if he struck. Yeah, he struck him out. Yeah. So he doesn't have super high velocity, but he has the movement on his pitches, and that's a big difference. You can go from Alec Jacob to Robert Suarez or Jeremiah Estrada or Tanner Scott. You could go from Dylan Cease pumping 98 fastball, and then you have Alec Jacob come in out of the bullpen. I mean, that's a big difference. So, great night. Padres' first season series win over the Dodgers since 2010. That's cool. Dodger fans are probably going to want to get on Padres fans whenever we bring that up because they're like, oh, that's so embarrassing. But I think Dodger fans got to remember Peter Seidler was not spending money on this team all the way since 2010. He wasn't with the team for all those years. Ownership was not committed as committed for sure in helping this team, build this team into a winner as Peter Seidler was. AJ Preller was not the GM all the way since 2010. And even when he was, let's not forget, there were multiple rebuilds at the big league level. And so the Dodgers got to just stomp all over the Padres. I guarantee you the Padres would have won a season series before 2010 if they had the resources the Dodgers had. If they had an owner that cared about winning at the big league level for all those years. So I don't really want to hear it from Dodger fans. And even if they do want to talk, I don't care really. That's fine. I'm going to enjoy this. Padres fans, enjoy this series sweep. Enjoy the day off tomorrow. A fun win. Got to see a couple of the new Padre relievers. We'll see Tanner Scott hopefully during that the Rocky series. This offense, I mean, Bogarts is hot. Manny's hot. Merrill is being Jackson Merrill. Merrill madness. Solano as a bench option. He played today. It was so out of hand. They had Cronenworth come in as a pinch hitter after Solano had 2 at-bats because Kershaw was already out of the game. They got the Cronenworth matchup that they liked. Things are going well when that happens. So, fun win. Credit to AJ Preller for all the moves. I mean, I put out this tweet today, and I did want to mention this because I had the trade deadline reaction yesterday, obviously. But I just looked at the Padre depth chart this morning, and, obviously the Padres missed the postseason last year, decreased payroll significantly, and that was going to happen whether Seidler was here with us or not. And AJ Preller since, so he lost Snell, lost Seth Lugo, who's like dominating with the Royals, all-star, lost Juan Soto, lost a lot of talent. Josh Hader, even though that was for the better, in my opinion. And decreased payroll, and he's added since then Dylan Cease, Michael King, Jason Adam, Tanner Scott, Yuki Matsui, Jeremiah Estrada, by the way, that was off of waivers, Kyle Higashioka, Luis Ariz, Donovan Solano, minor league deal, by the way, Tyler Wade, Jurickson Profar, $1 million, by the way, David Peralta, and Jackson Merrill to the big league roster. He and his staff deserve a lot of praise. I don't know what I was expecting going into the year, but I wasn't expecting all of those players to be Padres at this time, especially some of the relievers and someone like Luis Ariz, Dylan Cease. AJ swings big, for all those that want to get on AJ, and, rightfully so in some situations during Preller's tenure, no doubt. Not going to hide from that. He's done a heck of a job. He and his staff has done a heck of a job. And he makes things interesting. And there are plenty of fan bases that would rather have AJ Preller than the GM that they have currently. AJ Preller, he's not afraid to make trades. He's not afraid to fail. He's trying to go win. And if he fails, well, at least he tried to go win. And I respect that. And hopefully Padres fans respect that. And I know there are a lot of fans in baseball, again, that wish that they had that with their team. So it could be worse. It could be worse in the Padres right now. 59-51. 15-game stretch coming up. Going to be pretty key. Fun night. Fun couple of games. Fun week.